Hi everyone, it's Andy from Andy in Tokyo, and wait, that's not correct anymore. Let's rewind that and take it again. Hi everyone, it's Andy from Andyware, and today we are going to be talking about disaster preparedness. So in case you can't already hear, there is currently a raging typhoon going outside. I believe it's called Typhoon Hagabis. I think it's a super typhoon now, typhoon number 19, apparently the biggest typhoon in the world. And anyway, when news of this sort of super typhoon was going on this week, I was like, you know what I need? I need an earthquake typhoon preparedness kit because I don't have that now. Even though my disaster preparedness kit is not perfect, there's definitely a lot of things that I'm missing. I do want to walk you guys through sort of the basics that you'll need if you want to make a disaster preparedness kit, or if you just want to see what I bought. I got a lot of my stuff at a local 100 yen store, really similar to a Daiso or a Seria that you'll see very often in Japan. So without further ado, let's get started. If you only have one thing in your disaster preparedness kit, and you shouldn't only have one, but it should be water. We need water to drink, we need water to wash our hands, to cook, to bathe, so many things we need water for. And sometimes when disasters hit, water supplies get cut for some reason or they're not usable. So bottles of water are the way to go in that case. It's recommended, I believe, that you're supposed to have 3 liters of water for every day that you expect there to be no water supply. But by the time that I got to the grocery store to get more water, there was none left because there were so many people that needed to get water for the typhoon. So I have 2 liters of water. If anything happens, hopefully this lasts me. In cases of big earthquakes or typhoons, your electricity might get cut, so you might need something to light up the place and also something that you can use to charge your various electronics. The first thing that I have is a headlamp so that I can wear it on my head should anything happen, and I can use both of my hands at the same time. The next thing, which I already did mention, is a charger for your various electronic devices. So in Japan, as well as many other places I'm sure, they have battery operated chargers. So this one takes battery 1A. All of the battery sizes are different in Japan. So they look like AA batteries. I will put the actual conversion here. Another option, if your electricity goes out and you might be a little bit scared of the dark or sort of want a more cozy atmosphere, is candles. Now, I've been in Japan for over a year and I've still had a really hard time getting candles. So when I was back in America this past August, I went ahead and I got a few. These candles are all scented and they make me very happy. I'll quickly go through the scents in case you want to know. This one is Clean Linen. I use this one the absolute most, if it'll focus. So this is probably the only one I'll show you. Looks like it's getting there. Oh, she focused. Good job. They're not actually going to be in my go bag because if I have to evacuate, I'm not gonna bring a candle. But it's something that you should have if you want them. I'm not gonna throw these because they're made of glass, so I'm just gonna put them there. Great. Picture this. You're asleep one night and all of a sudden you wake up and it's like a magnitude 8 earthquake, which is like pretty much as like crazy as it gets. So I need shoes to keep my feet safe. At my dollar store, I have these slippers that I found. They are free size, which basically means allegedly they fit everybody's feet. I wear size 10 US men's shoes, and these surprisingly fit me. They're not cute. They were 110 yen, but they will keep my feet safe, and they're like a crocky material, like a plasticky foamy material, so they'll be good in the rain. Another good thing that you should have in your go bag are masks. If you live in Japan, you've probably seen masks all over the place, but in the case of debris flying in the air, if there's an earthquake or something, or if you're worried about getting sick for whatever reason, having a mask is a really good thing to have. If you're in a shelter and you don't want to get sick by other people, these are great things. Each pack has 5 masks in it, and they were each $1. 110 yen, I believe. I got the classic white ones, and then the black ones if I'm feeling like super rebellious on that day and trying to bring light to a pretty crappy situation. That one fell. If the masks aren't enough to keep debris and other stuff out of your face, a great thing to have is a bandana. And this can be used for a variety of things. You can use it to cover up your mouth, or you can use it for a sling if you hurt your arm for whatever reason. You can use it to beat off sweat or water. It really can be used for a bunch of stuff, and it's something really good to have in your preparedness kit. Now, if you have to leave in the middle of the night for whatever reason, you're really not supposed to grab any valuables. You're just supposed to grab your go bag, maybe your phone, and then you're just supposed to leave. But if you maybe have some extra time and you want to pack up a few things, a good thing to have are these garbage bags. Someone suggested online that you also get Ziploc bags, but I thought that was a little bit redundant because there's enough garbage bags in here. I believe there's like 12. Oh, there's 10. There's 10 in this pack of 45-liter garbage bags. I don't think that I need to divide my things up again. I can just take 2 of these giant garbage bags and be on my way. And they will also keep things nice and dry if it is a typhoon outside. That fell. Why did I do this? Got him. Up next is a towel. This, I believe, is just a hand towel size or a really small body towel size. But if you have to go to an evacuation site, you might want to bring your own towel for whatever reason to dry off your hands. Again, this can be used to beat off sweat, get the sun out of your face, or dry your body off after you take a shower. It's not the perfect towel, but I'm not going to use it unless there's an emergency. Speaking of things not getting wet, you might not have time to get your raincoat if it's a typhoon outside and you have to run. So a raincoat is a really great idea. And this is the large size, so if anything, it'll cover more of my body than I thought. I might be able to put a backpack on and put that over the raincoat, but basically it's a raincoat, it'll keep you dry. Next up is gloves. Now, when I saw this online for a preparation kit idea, I thought that gloves was a really interesting pick. I was really confused about it. I was like, why do I need gloves? And then I looked at the explanation that in the case of an earthquake, you might have to pick up things or you might have to sort of navigate through like a rubble for whatever reason or move things out of your way, and you don't want to hurt your hands, especially by heat or whatever. So gloves like this, they're just typical work or gardening gloves or painting gloves, whatever. They will keep your hands nice and protected, and they also have little grips on them here. So if anything is slippery and you need some help climbing up something, hopefully that'll help. Wet wipes. Now, your evacuation site might not have a shower, so in that case, you need something to keep you feeling sort of fresh and clean so you don't sort of go a little bit bonkers, because cleanliness and hygiene is really important in the case of an emergency. Now, packing some sort of clothing in your go bag is a really good idea, but you might not want to break the bank for something that you might only use in an emergency. So luckily the dollar stores all across Japan have some really important items. Besides the shoes that I already showed you, 2 really great things to have is underwear and a white t-shirt or any sort of undershirt really. And it will make you feel a little bit cleaner, which might make you feel better about the whole situation that you're in. I mentioned before, and I'll mention again, this is definitely not an exhaustive list of the stuff that you should have in your preparedness kit. In mine, I missed a few kind of important items, such as spare batteries for the battery charger that I showed you, bandages in the case that you're getting hurt, a toothbrush and toothpaste so that you can feel a little bit cleaner when you're going out, possibly some sort of coffee or green tea bags in case you really need that coffee while you are escaping a natural disaster. Really cool collapsible cups so that you can have something to drink your water out of or to use to help you clean. Portable toilet bags, which sound a little bit gross, but they are really helpful if you're in a bind and you're not able to find a bathroom around you. You can get them for 100 yen for a 2-pack at a Daiso. My local Daiso just didn't have them at the time. Blankets, you never know when you'll need a blanket, and a pillow just to keep you comfortable if you have to sleep somewhere else besides home. Probably the most important thing that I forgot to put in my bag is the bag itself. So when I went to my local dollar store, I couldn't actually find a decent sized duffel bag to put everything in. So the next time I go to Daiso, hopefully soon, I'll be able to get about a 300 yen duffel bag that's about this size. That'll be able to fit everything in my kit. And that, although not exhaustive, is a really good idea about what you should have in your disaster preparedness bag, should there be an earthquake or typhoon or some other natural disaster. If you're living in Japan, I hope that you are staying or stayed safe during Typhoon Hagabis. If you're not in Japan, I hope that you found this video enjoyable to some extent, if you're not living in a place that experiences a lot of natural disasters. If I forgot something really important that I should have in my go bag, please let me know in the comments below, or also let me know, what do you think about the new name Andy Where instead of Andy in Tokyo? I was trying to come up with a new name that was maybe a little bit more interesting and relevant for after I leave Japan. Who knows? As always, please remember to like this video and subscribe if you liked it or you want to subscribe. And if you don't, it's a free internet. You can do whatever you want. And with that, peace. Whoosh.